race fans. Allan Smallwood Jnr coming to you from the Quit Collie Speedway. We're here for the second night of the West Australian Modified Sedan title for episode 3 of WAMDA TV. Great opening night of this year's state title was held last night with 9 qualifying heats contested, with each driver contesting 3 over the course of the evening. Matt Noakes in car number 20, the Glen Bay Trucking Falcon from Narrogin, was undefeated with 3 wins from 3 starts. He has 108 points, with Aidan Skraha and Mick Hammond rounding out your top 3. Was set for a big night of action. 3 more heat races to come, followed by the 35-lap A-Main to decide the 2016 West Australian Modified Sedan champion. We'll head to the second night of the 2016 WA Modified Sedan title here at the Quit Collie Speedway. We're talking with Modified Sedan rookie Steve Mann in car number 21, the Ford Falcon from 2J. Steve, a good opening night for yourself. You managed to stay out a bit of the carnage that was going on and collect a few points, and sitting about 15th in the standings.
Yeah, just trying to keep out of trouble and keep out of the way, and we're still learning, still making progress every day. So yeah, we haven't been around long, so it's just a matter of keep working and keep progressing up the rack and see how we go.
High quality field this weekend, and you're only in your 3rd show in a Modified Sedan. It must be a bit awe-inspiring at times. Yeah,
it's a bit daunting in some ways, but then yeah, it's great to be able to follow some of these guys and try and keep up and see what they do and how they do it, and it's just fantastic. They've been a great bunch of guys and also helpful. It's really, I've really enjoyed it. It's been great.
Yeah, the car 21, a few different drivers have raced this car prior to you owning it. Good machine?
Appears to be. It's pretty basic machine. It's got a few changes been done to it, but it's a good solid machine, and yeah, we'll slowly make progress with it.
Yeah, got a few more rounds of the series to come after this weekend. Obviously, you just want to get a good finish tonight and look forward to those.
That's right. Yeah, just want to finish, just to get the experience and more knowledge, and just learn from the other guys, and it's all been great. Yeah, I'm just overawed by it all in a way. It's really good.
And of course, it's the second time you've had a run at the Quit Collie Speedway this season. How do you find it?
A lot better than the first. I only got 1 race in last time and did a bit of damage, so yeah, we fixed all that, and yeah, it's going really well. Practice went really well, but then obviously overnight the track's changed and not quite so good the next day, but we'll get there. It's just time.
And while you got this opportunity, a few people you'd like to thank for helping you get to the racetrack every meeting this season.
Yeah, Nationwide Signs, 2J Tyre and Exhaust, who else? Oh, all the guys that come along each week, Rod, Tim, my wife Sharon, all a great bunch of people, and all the other drivers that have helped out with advice, bits and pieces. It's been great.
All right, Steve, wish you all the best for night number 2 of the 2016 WA Modified Sedan title.
Thanks very much, Al. Appreciate it.
There he is, Steve Mann, number 21, Modified Sedan rookie. Well, we're catching up with Miranda B, the lone female competitor in this year's Modified Sedan state title here at Quit Collie Speedway. Miranda, a bit of a tough opening night for yourself, but I'm sure the Bull Motorsport team have got the car sorted out.
Yeah, had a bit of bad luck in the runs, but we got a 3rd and a 4th and a 7th, I think, in the end, so about 13th on points, and we'll see how we go today.
This weekend's your second Modified Sedan state title. The nerves any less, seeing as you've already been and done this before?
Oh, no, still lots of nerves there, I think.
Yeah, you've been in the division for a couple of seasons now, Rookie of the Year, most improved, and you seem to be getting quicker each outing with the GWN7 series round. Are you happy with the way you're progressing?
Yeah, no, it's really good this season. We've had a bit of help from Kai Blight with all our setup and that, so thanks to Kai. And yeah, I've been improving all my driving and all that, so it's good. It's helped out a lot. Yeah,
a bit of a tough run for yourself. Just talk us through the engine problems that you had last night.
Yeah, in the first heat we're coming about 4th, and then I know the car just cut out for some reason. We're not sure what happened there, and then got to the infield and it started to go again. But we had a DNF in that one, and then in the last heat an ejector plug came off the engine and it started to miss, so had to pull off then as well.
Just one more heat tonight, so you just probably want to get through that unscathed, and then 35 laps a long way around Quit Collie Speedway, and as you know, not many finishes normally at the end of a state title, so you just got to be there at the end.
Yep, 35 laps is a long way to go. Plan is just to drive around in circles, see if we can make the distance, and I reckon we'll be out somewhere towards the front after that. So.
Yeah, and it's a big effort to go away for a state title, big family effort. There must be a lot of people you'd like to thank.
Oh yeah, definitely got to thank my dad and my brother. Massive work on the car, trying to get us here, and all the work that they do at home. Thanks to Mum and Mitch and everyone for all the support. And then thanks to all my sponsors, Well Plumbing, Southern Stump and Mulching Services, Rusty's Marine, Albany Fitness and Neville's Hardware. Thank you.
Well, Miranda, wish you all the best for night number 2 of the Modified Sedan State title, and hopefully they're at the end when the checkered flag falls.
Yeah, fingers crossed we'll give it a good crack.
Well, we're catching up in the pits with car number 41, the lone Carnarvon entry in this weekend's Modified Sedan State title. Blake Jackson. Blake, racing a number of state titles over the years and now having a crack at your second Modified Sedan State title.
Yeah, mate.
Of course, bit of a tough run last night, a few suspension issues.
Yeah, couldn't have torn much stuff out of the car last night. Ripped it all apart. Pit crews went hard all night working on the car to get it back out, and hopefully the good luck can come tonight.
Yeah, you were starting at the back of the bus in your last heat and your 12th on points. What's the plan for your final heat heading into the 35-lap main event?
Just hold it flat and hope for the best, I think.
Of course, we were talking earlier, this is the only Toyota in the field this weekend. You want to elaborate on that?
That's right, mate. It's only Toyota out there. It's good to put Toyota on the map, you know, instead of holding it forward out there.
Yeah, the 35-lap main event, as you know, you finished 4th last year. You just got to be there at the end.
Yeah, mate, last year just tonking along, come to 4th, but I'd rather do a bit better than that next time.
Yeah, you've only been in the Modified Sedans a couple of years. What do you like about the division?
It's always good, clean, fast racing. That's good about it. Shitload cheaper than Super Sedans, so it's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's it. And big season coming up at your home track. Carnarvon starting in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, that starts in a couple of weeks, and just get it home for the rest of the season, I think.
Sounds like a plan, Blake. All right, wish you all the best in the second night of the Modified Sedan State title.
Nice, cheers, Smalley.
Blake Jackson and car number 41. Well, I'm in the pits with car number 45, all the way from Broome, Steve Lockard. Steve, your first Modified Sedan State title, and you must be enjoying it so far.
Absolutely loving it. Just the opportunity to come down and actually race with all the professional guys is just an absolute privilege, and it's been absolutely fantastic racing. Bit of an incident last night, and I have to take my hat off to not just my pit crew, but everyone within the division actually have lent me parts to get the car back on the track, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. Awesome division.
Yeah, this is, as I mentioned, your first state title. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Of course, you live up there in Broome, and tell us a little bit about your race team. Of course, there's a couple of cars in your stable up there in the Kimberley.
Yep, I've also got Mick Johnson, used to be a state title holder up there, so he's been an absolute wealth of knowledge and help and encouragement to actually get into the sport. And we've also got Ray Clifton and Jeff Steele. Unfortunately, Jeff's car wasn't quite finished, so he didn't bring his down, but he's come down to help with Ray. And I've just got into it a year ago and absolutely loving it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, tell us about your home club up there in Broome. Of course, you race during what we call the winter down here in the southern half of WA, the sort of your dry season. Tell us a bit about the Broome Speedway and the sort of racing you do up there.
Our club's awesome, mate. It's quite big. We've got the juniors, both divisions, New Stars, Top Stars. We've got the Stockies, the Productions, and the Modifieds, and the quarter midgets, little kids. It's absolutely fantastic. Awesome.
As you mentioned, you had a bit of a bingle in your last heat last night. Unfortunately, just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But ninth in the standings. One more heat to come, and then the big 35-lap main event. How's the nerves, and do you think the car will hold up over such a long race distance?
I'm hoping it's holding up. I tell you what, after that first heat, like the first time being in a title, I came in, my mouth was so dry and sitting in the grid shaking. But once you get out there and you're sort of, on the track, you're just focusing on sort of keeping it clean and doing the best you can. I passed a car in each of my heats, which was, for me, being the first time out there, I was absolutely wrapped in that. With the calibre of drivers we've got here, yeah, absolutely great.
And while you got this opportunity, a couple of people you'd like to thank for helping making the trip come down from Broome possible.
I wouldn't have actually come down here if it hadn't been for Allan, or Kiwi. He's been in the actual sport for years. He offered to tow my car down, so I only had to fly down, so that was an absolute privilege. And yeah, without him, I wouldn't be down here. And my wife, wherever she's hiding, she basically funds the car, so yeah, and my son, who's put a big effort in this weekend, and the Watsons for helping fix it. Same with Mick, yeah, and the actual whole division, honestly, it's fantastic.
All right, Steve, wish you all the best for tonight. Second night of the 2016 Speedway Sedan Western Australia WA Modified Sedan title, and hopefully have a good run and have a safe trip home, and all the best for your 2016 season at your home club up there in Broome.
No worries, thanks very much. See ya.
There he is, Steve Lockard, in car number 45, all the way from Broome. Well, before tonight's main for the West Australian Modified Sedan title for 2016 here at the Quit Collie Speedway, we're talking to car number 75, Blake Watson. You'll start out of P5, Blake, in your second state title in the division. Must be looking forward to the challenge of 35 laps around this fast racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely, Al. I really like it here at Collie, real fast, and hopefully it winds up a little bit come feature race time. We can get up a little bit higher and really get up on the wheel. And I mean, yeah, I've got a couple of cars to pass, but I reckon we'll be thereabouts come that end of the 35 laps anyway.
Yeah, as you found out last year in your first state title in Carnarvon, 35 laps is a long way. You managed to come home in fifth place, albeit with a few issues with the car. You must just want to finish the race first in one piece, and then you should be towards the point end if that's the case.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think our car's good for 35, but I mean, you never know. But I think, yeah, just hang out for the first 20, I guess, and yeah, get up on the wheel from there and see if we can pass a couple of cars and see what Lady Luck throws at us, I guess. But I think we've got a fast enough car, and hopefully we just hit the setup on the head and right tyre choice as well. So yeah, we'll just see what happens, I guess. Take it as it comes.
Of course, you had 4 heat races across the weekend, 3 last night and 1 tonight. How did you see your heat races?
Yeah, pretty good. Had a really good race with Aidan in the third heat last night. But yeah, I thought we were pretty good in the heats. The second heat we struggled a little bit, just missed it, but I mean, that's how it goes. And we were quick just then, but we got relegated and got mucked around a little bit. But yeah, so we'll just see how it goes, and hopefully we can have another good race with Aidan in the feature race or someone else. But yeah, continue to have fun.
And lastly, you got a fairly big crew. A lot of family and friends have come up from Albany for this weekend's state title. Must be some people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to thank all my guys. They've really worked it the last 6 months at least. They've just been going flat out. I can't say enough about them. And yeah, everyone that's been helping us out trying to get this thing to go, and all my sponsors, Costas Steel Construction, West Coast Automotive Supplies, Ride Building Company, and yeah, everyone else on the car. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Wish you all the best for tonight's main event, Blake.
Thanks very much, Smalley. Thank you.
Blake Watson, car number 75, will start tonight's main event from position number 5. Before tonight's main event, we're catching up with a few drivers here in the pits at the Quit Collie Speedway, and one of those is Brandon Fraser in the Fraser Brother Racing car number 2 Ford Falcon in his first Modified Sedan state title. A few dramas for yourself last night, Braden, late in the night, but qualified it just outside the top 10 for the main event. You must be looking forward to 35 laps around Quit Collie Speedway.
Yeah, we had a bit of a shocker last night. First heat was alright, we got a second, and then did a diff in the second heat, so that put us out, but we came good tonight and got a second, so looking forward to the A main.
Yeah, your last heat there, you're battling with Matt Noakes. He was knocking on the door. Must be good racing against all the quick guys in this division in such a competitive field.
Yeah, no, Matt's good to race against. He knows what he's doing. He's always clean, so just made one mistake and he got past, so that's what happens in this sport, so yeah, it's all good.
Of course, this will be the first time you would have raced 35 laps in your career. What's the plan? You just want to see it all unfold a little bit in front of you and see what happens and just try and be there at the end?
Yeah, that's it. We're starting off the back, so we'll just putt around and try to keep out of trouble and then try to be there at the end of the race. No doubt there'll be a few that drop out, so hopefully we're there at the end. And
you've got a big family behind you this weekend to help you get on the track for the state title. Must be some people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, of course. Mum and Dad for everything they do for me. My brothers, all my sponsors, the rest of the family helped me put the car back together today, got that sorted. And yeah, that's about it. And GWN for putting on a good series and all that. Cheers.
All right, Braden, wish you all the best for tonight's main event.
Cheers, mate.
Brandon Fraser in car number 2 in his first Modified Sedan state title.
as they are, apart from Lockard, who's at the back anyway. Here we go, 10 laps to go, it's a heat race.